Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the More Analytics Afternoon Energy Podcast for January 22nd, going into the 23rd. We're going to start off with natural gas. Okay. The trade above 281.10 has brought in $2.76.7 coming into today, and a bit more than that, up to $5.65 on the highs. And a lot of other bullish suggestions in here. However, those are all on hold. These are all on hold. The trade above 493.20, I said projects us upward 336 minimum, $1.93 plus maximum. And we rallied from 493.20 to 565 before failing back below that line right in here, which now warns of decent pressure. Excuse me. That is not correct. Bear with me just a second. Yes, that is correct. Sorry, T2. 449. Yes, we have broken below here by enough for this to be bearish. So that negates further gains from above 493.20, and that warns of decent pressure, likely for days. And just the way the day settled in and of itself is pretty bearish. A maintained gap lower will warn of, we'll leave a minor bearish reversal above. And a further break below this line right here, which is going to come in at 462.30 plus 0.6 of a tick per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Decent break below there will also warn of decent pressure. A decent break in there is going to be 151 ticks overnight and 135 ticks after 9 a.m. Bear with me a moment. I just want to check one thing one more time here. Okay. Oh, one last thing. If we were to break back above this line decently, that would warn of renewed strength. So that's going to come in at 492.80 minus 0.1 of a tick per hour, starting at starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, on to the crude. Crude oil, if to maintain gap lower on the day. The trade back below 61.06 brought in 253 of pressure. That's off hold. And I said decent trade below 59.67 plus 1.5 per hour. We'll project this downward $1.50 minimum, 450 plus maximum. So we saw that decent break below here. Expect to see lower trade. If we were to trade back above where that line comes in at 59.82 plus 1.5 per hour, starting at 6 o'clock p.m., that would warn of decent strength. A further break above 60.48 minus 1.2 per hour will warn of decent strength as well. A further break below this formation below will warn of decent pressure as well. That's going to come in at 57.62 minus 0.3 of a tick per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. The decent penetration in there overnight is going to be 39 ticks. Okay, and the RBOB left a minor bearish reversal above on the day. We held exhaustion below with a 169.78 low and bounced 18.42 cents. I warned if this is the beginning of a bullish correction, it should exceed 20.3 cents from the 169.78 low with a minimum target of 190.10. We have not quite gotten there yet. A maintained gap higher on the day tomorrow will leave a minor bullish reversal below. Okay, and the heating oil. Bear with me just a moment. We held exhaustion with the 204.69 low and rallied 39.68 cents to the upside. That was in the Feb, which rolls to the March. A number of other bullish calls in here. Although we did not leave a maintained gap lower on the day, it did not go out looking strong. A decent failure below this formation right here, which is going to come in at 292.12. Plus 9 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. That'll warn of decent pressure for at least 6-7 cents. The Brent left a maintained gap lower on the day. The Brent, the break below 65.76 has brought in 249 of pressure. That was a break below here. We've been traveling sideways for a bit. A decent break below this line below, which is going to come in at 63.80 plus 0.5 of a tick per hour starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will project this downward. $1.50 minimum. Maintain gap higher in there. We'll leave a minor bullish reversal below. We left a minor bearish reversal above in the gas oil warned about. Trade above 670.75, brought in $19 of strength up into here. I said before failing, excuse me. We held exhaustion at 596 with the 596.25 low. We rallied 93.5 to the upside. A lot of other bullish calls in here. And I had said that the trade above 670.75 brought in $19 of strength before failing back below where it came in at 671.50 right here, which warned of pressure. Decent failure below this formation right here, which is going to come in at 663.42. Plus 23 per hour starting at 8 o'clock p.m. That'll warn of decent pressure. Bear with me just a moment. My apologies. We did break below here, but we broke back above that line. So that line is now negated. Okay, and in the spreads, the cadence for tomorrow is the heating oil went out the weakest, the RBOB in the middle, and the crude the strongest of the three relative to one another. If we further leave maintain gaps lower tomorrow in either the RBOB crack or the heat crack, those will both leave bearish reversals above. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you on tomorrow's podcast.